Yeah, what's the word? Leroy, what's the word? Leroy, hey, what's the word? Leroy, what's the word? Leroy, hey. Yeah, what's the word? Leroy, what's the word? Leroy, hey, what's the word? Leroy, what's the word? Leroy, hey.
Welcome back to What's the Word, Leroy. Today's topic is one every educator knows all too well. You can't take my phone. That's right. We are diving into restorative discipline practices in K-12, a timely and necessary conversation about how we handle those daily power struggles. We've all been there. You ask a student to put their phone away, and suddenly it's like you've asked them to hand over a kidney. They clutch it. They hide it. They look at you like, you really about to do this right now? So how do we handle it? Not just with phones, but with every moment where respect, responsibility, and relationships collide. Let's talk restorative discipline. Here's the thing. The phone isn't the real issue. It's just the battleground. The real issue is control, trust, and connection. For a lot of students, that phone is the one thing they can control in their day. They control who they talk to, what they listen to, what makes them laugh. So when we snatch that away without a conversation, it feels personal, even if we don't mean it that way. Now, don't get me wrong, phones can absolutely wreck focus. But if every phone situation turns into a power struggle, nobody wins. You're frustrated, the student's embarrassed, and the learning moment, gone. Restorative practices flip the script. Instead of jumping straight to give me the phone, we pause and ask, what's behind this behavior? Restorative discipline isn't about letting things slide. It's about addressing the harm, the disruption, the disrespect, the disconnection, without shaming the student. It's saying, hey, let's talk about what happened, who was impacted, and how we can make it right. Because if a student feels heard, they're more likely to actually change. If they just feel punished, they'll comply for a day and then repeat the same thing next week. Let me give you a real example. I had a student last year who was always on his phone during class. Every day, same thing. We'd go back and forth until one day, instead of making it a battle, I pulled him aside and said, man, I notice every time you're on your phone, it's during independent work. What's up with that? He told me, I'm checking on my little brother. He gets out earlier than me, and I make sure he gets home safe. That hit me. Was he breaking a rule? Yes, but was there a reason behind it? Absolutely. We worked out a plan. He could check in at a specific time, then put the phone on my desk until the end of class. It built trust instead of tension. That's restorative discipline. Communication over confrontation. If you want restorative practices to actually work, it can't just be a moment. It has to be a mindset. Here are 3 steps that make it real. Number 1, be proactive. Set expectations through conversation, not commands. Have a class discussion at the start of the year. Ask, what does respect look like with technology? When students help make the rules, they help own them. Number 2, be consistent. Restoration doesn't mean letting everything go. It means when a boundary is crossed, you follow up, but with empathy, not ego. And number 3, be reflective. Ask yourself, what did I model in that moment? If we lose our cool every time, students learn that emotion wins over reasoning. If we model calm accountability, they learn what maturity looks like. So what does restorative discipline look like in action? It looks like a teacher calmly saying, hey, I noticed you're on your phone. Is everything okay? It looks like a student saying, I just needed a break. And it looks like the teacher responding, I hear that. You can take a 2-minute reset, but then I need you back with us. It's about keeping the relationship intact while still addressing the behavior. You're not avoiding the issue. You're guiding it toward growth. That's how we move from You can't take my phone. 2. I get why this matters. That's discipline through dignity. So here's the challenge this week. The next time you feel a power struggle brewing over a phone, a hat, or a hallway pass, pause before reacting. Take a breath, then ask a question. Lead with curiosity, not control. Because when we lead restoratively, we're not just managing behavior. We're modeling humanity. And that, my friends, is what students truly deserve. Thanks for listening to What's the Word, Leroy? If this episode made you think, share it with a colleague who's been in one of those you can't take my phone moments. Keep leading with purpose, love, and patience. And I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, what's the word, Leroy? What's the word, Leroy? Ay, what's the word, Leroy? What's the word, Leroy? Ay. Yeah, what's the word, Leroy? What's the word, Leroy? Ay, what's the word, Leroy? What's the word, Leroy? Ay.